So I'm Greg Nardi, come from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where I teach Ashtanga yoga at a shala called Ashtanga Yoga Worldwide. And today I'm going to share with you a couple of mantras that I've learned on my travels through India, particularly studying in Mysore, India. And then we'll talk a little bit about why are these mantras important, or at least why I feel called to chant them. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaah Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraah Sthirairangai istuštuvagam sastanubihi Vyashema devahitam yadayuhu Swasti na indro vridhashravah Swasti naf pusha vishvavedah Swasti nastarksho arishthanemihi Swasti no brahaspatir dathatu Om Shanti 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 Om Dhanmam avatu Tad Vaktaram avatu Avatu mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti 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 So it's very common when we start the practice of yoga that we're oftentimes associating yoga with the asana practice, with all the different body postures that we do. And this is the typical thing that we see when we come into a class, but very quickly we might notice that there can be chanting that goes on. It's chanting in Sanskrit, the ancient language from India. And so this will give us the idea that there's a tradition and a philosophy, perhaps a type of thought that's associated with the practice of asanas. So we should understand that the chants, or the mantras in some cases, are as old as yoga. As long as we have records of Eastern thought coming out of India, we have it in the form of mantras. Yoga comes to us from an oral tradition that was passed down from teacher to student and largely passed down through chanting. So these chants are really beautiful, but it might make us wonder, as a Westerner, is this important to my practice of yoga? Is it religious in nature? And so oftentimes, when we are chanting to deities, though not always. The chants that I just did invoked certain of the older Indian gods, but ideally asking for peace. So asking for harmony in the world, asking for protection, these types of things. But the way that I use chanting is ultimately as a preparation for meditation. We know that asana practice itself ideally is to help purify the body and to help clear the mind so that we become suitable for meditation. So when I sit to say mantras, it's a wonderful mnemonic device. It helps me, number one, it trains my memory. Number two, it puts me in a place where I have to become very mentally focused. I'm also using my breath in order to create the mantras. And so we see some of the more subtle aspects of yoga, the breath, the mind control, all of a sudden become incorporated in. And so this can be a really beautiful complement to the yoga practice. The fact that it comes from ancient India, of course, in India there was no real moment where there was a separation between philosophy and religion. So we oftentimes have this sort of religious philosophy, if you will. But there's tremendous wisdom that is in there, and so I really find that I've associated wonderful meaning. Although I don't consider myself a Hindu, I'm able to gain great wisdom and even feelings of devotion from practicing these mantras. And ultimately, this is what is very important to me, and how it can be, though is not necessary, as an aid to the practice of asana and to the practice of yoga. So we'll just finish with just one more mantra. It's called the Mangala mantra, and it's the yoga, the mantra that we finish the asana practice with. Om Swasti Prajabhyaha Paripalayantam Niyayena Margena Mahimahishaha Go Brahmanebhyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhagavata